Hello everyone and welcome to the Adventures of Adam. I'm Adam, let's adventure. Today's video took an interesting turn. This was not initially what the video was going to be about. I'll still cover the things that I wanted to cover, but while looking for the stuff that I wanted to cover, I discovered this other thing. Jiggle physics and Godforge. You're probably thinking to yourself, who cares? It's like whatever. But it's actually been a contentious point of debate in the community whether or not Godforge should or should not have jiggle physics. And it seemed as though the consensus was early on in development that they were not going to have jiggle physics. But when you look at the character models and the animations, you can in fact see jiggle physics. Let's take a look. So what you're seeing here is a clip from their most recent video. And it's kind of hard to see in this one, but this was, I guess it wasn't their most recent video, the video before last. But you can see a female character swinging some sort of sword or weapon around, and you can see jiggles. Now, I did not notice this when I was initially watching the video because I was distracted by looking for clipping in the cloth. But look here. There is indeed jiggling happening. So we don't know who this character is. However, we do know this one. This is Hell. So these are some of her attack animations. Now, you might be thinking, okay, well, maybe that's just the engine where they make the attack animations. But look at this. Not that. Well, okay, yeah, look at the jiggle physics. They are present. They're not super prominent. But here, this is a clip from in-engine. She gets attacked by Musashi, and she's jiggling in the client. So jiggle physics are in Godforge. So, you know, the people who are hoping that they will be there, congratulations. It seems as though you got your way. For the people who are against jiggle physics, at least they're not egregious. In my opinion, these are very tastefully done. It's not like Watcher of Realms where, you know, you move the character model and they just like flop everywhere. This is done tastefully, I think. So I think this is a good happy medium. I can't imagine anyone being offended by this. It's hardly noticeable. I had to slow a lot of these clips down just to even really tell. So it is what it is. But let's dive into what I actually wanted to cover today. So in my last week's video, I showed the summoning animation, and I had some constructive criticism about it. And as fate would have it, Simon left a comment on that video letting me know that this summoning animation that we're about to see here is only a placeholder, which actually kind of shocked me because it looks pretty darn polished to be a placeholder. While it's not what I would like to see as the final summoning animation, it's very smooth and it looks nice. So what I'm assuming is this is going to be the summoning animation that they have in the beta, like the lightning coming down. Like it's not jumpy, it's not, you know, it's just smooth. So I was actually shocked to find out that was a placeholder. I'm glad that it is in fact a placeholder, because while it does look nice, I went off on a whole tangent about what I would like to see from the summoning animation. This is really good news. I'm so glad to hear that this is not the final thing. But speaking of things, and again, these assets that I'm about to show you are still technically placeholder, but man, they look good. Okay, so this is currently their placeholder for the Sanctum is what they're calling it. And this looks really good. I like that the Godforge is the centerpiece. It's the brightest thing. It becomes the focal point. It should be. The game is called Godforge. I think that the Stonehenge aesthetic is cool. But when you look at this right here. Oh, hold on. This right here. You know, we see like the molten metal inside the crucible or the forge or whatever that is. If that's the logo, you think there would be something representative of that. I mean, at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what it looks like too much at the Sanctum, but when you click on it and you enter the Godforge, at the very least, then it should have that sort of like fiery aesthetic that we see in the logo. Why is this so hard there? in the logo right there. So one of the things I wanted to point out was this. Another thing that I had a critique about in my last video was the placement of this battle menu, simply because when I'm playing on my phone, reaching to the middle to hit a button is a slight inconvenience, and it's not a huge deal on the phone. Like I could reach, you know, 3/4 of the way across my screen. It's not a big deal. But when I'm playing on my tablet, which is a much bigger screen, trying to reach over and, you know, but usually if I'm playing a game on my tablet, I'm using the S Pen anyway. So I've got like the stylus thingy. So I was viewing it as a mild inconvenience until I saw what happens when you click it. That looks so cool. Like you click it and then it fans out. Man, that is so cool. So tower, dungeons, arena, bosses, campaign. Again, this is all probably just placeholder, but man, it just, the way it pops out like that and then retracts. It's just so cool. Also, another thing I wanted to talk about, this color scheme, like this gray and green, it looks really cool, man. This is like dark fantasy, like grungy, maybe that's not the right word. It looks like an ancient thing. It doesn't, you know, like, I really like the color palette is what I'm getting at. Like the bright white light in the center with like this bluish green lanterns or whatever these are around the outside. Maybe these are campfires, I don't know. But this color palette looks sick. Like I really like this. This is a very good direction. Like even if, like, obviously it's not going to look like this at launch, but like these motifs, this color palette, it looks really cool. I'm really excited about that. Yeah, just watching that menu fan out and then watching it retract again, it's just so smooth. I love it. Keep up the good work, guys. Anyway, that's going to do it for me, guys. Thank you so much for watching. Hopefully I will see you all in another video soon, but until next time, everyone, take care.